Welcome back to Artificial Intelligence Investor News, where we're diving through the most revolutionary technology of our time while it's still in its early stages and understanding how to invest in it. Remember, the wealthiest people in any generation have controlled the dominant technology of the time. So let's figure out what's going on with artificial intelligence and the various assets exposed to it. Scientists develop new antibiotic to kill superbug using artificial intelligence. This is the pharmaceutical space. Machine learning enabled scientists to rapidly screen thousands of molecules to find a new antibacterial compound. Like Mark Cuban says, the companies which leverage artificial intelligence the best are going to benefit the most. And pharmaceuticals using AI will be massive. Obviously, it's one way to play artificial intelligence. We can dive through some pharmaceutical companies as well in the future. Amex, American Express, planning to use artificial intelligence to speed up transaction approval. American Express plans to extend its AI capabilities through partnerships. Financial services titan American Express plans to use AI to validate transactions and analyze customer sentiment. It makes sense. You can have robots analyzing billions of data points and extracting value from that data. This is the revolutionary technology we're talking about. Again, assets have to leverage this technology. Artificial intelligence responsible for 5% of jobs lost in May, right? 5% of the jobs lost in May were because artificial intelligence could do that work, right? Groundbreaking. It's changing everything. Now, Tesla is one asset which is going to dominate and leverage artificial intelligence incredibly. Unfortunately, it is expensive, massive market cap stock, but when you think about what it's capable of, it starts to look somewhat cheaper, somewhat more early stage. Tesla Robotaxi will be like Uber and Airbnb put together. Musk elaborated that Tesla customers would have the option of owning a Robotaxi in the fleet. They can also use the vehicle themselves and remove it from Tesla's rideshare fleet when they want. So essentially, buying a Tesla means you're buying an asset that's going to be used like an Uber for robo-taxiing people around when you're not using it, right? So it's going to pay for itself in theory. Tesla's perfecting autonomous driving, and that alone is going to change humanity, right? Imagine not needing to waste time focusing on the road when you could be working and being productive or having fun in your car doing something else, right? So that is absolutely huge, right? Whichever company dominates that is going to have an incredible advantage. But now customers can own these and purchase these Teslas. But then imagine how inexpensive an Uber is going to be when the cost of the Uber is literally the depreciation on the car, which is like 60 or 70 cents per mile driven. Right now, you're paying for the driver. In the future, you're just going to be paying for the depreciation on the car, which is very minimal, right? So this is a revolution. And Tesla's going to be at the forefront, making an absolute fortune on this. It's interesting to think about the autonomous car, pondered Elon Musk. He calculated that people use the cars roughly 12 hours a week. Since cars only function with drivers, they tend to go unused in parking lots most of the time. Musk pointed out that autonomous vehicles would be utilized more. He forecasted that self-driving cars might get 50 to 60 hours of usage, noting it would be 4x to 5x more in the utility, the productivity of the vehicle. But the interesting thing is the car still costs the same. So in that scenario, at least for the same period of time, the effect of gross margin, the profit on an autonomous car boggles the mind. So it's massive, the potential here. Autonomous self-driving cars. Yes, Tesla is exposed. So we have the opportunity to potentially pick up some of these tech assets super cheap during the current economic downturn, right? Here is one asset exposed to artificial intelligence. C3.ai stock plummets as some say company isn't capitalizing enough on the AI frenzy. Generative AI unlikely to represent a significant revenue generating opportunity for the company, one analyst says. So a lot of companies with AI in the name have done well in terms of price action. Well, this is one asset that's kind of being targeted by bears. As its name would imply, C3.ai Inc. is all about artificial intelligence. But given that focus, some on Wall Street are waiting for the company to capitalize on the AI frenzy in a more serious way. C3.ai is likely to expand wallet share with existing clients, Piper Sandler analyst wrote, as he saw improved deal closure during the latest fiscal year. This is pretty huge, right? They're getting deal closure. They do have AI software that people want, that enterprises want. It's just the revenue isn't as high as Wall Street would have liked. However, we would like to see some of these underlying growth drivers to translate to higher levels of revenue growth to get more constructive on the stock. Despite AI optimism, we are hearing from our experts that generative AI is unlikely to represent a significant revenue generating opportunity for the company, and more likely represents a means for augmenting the user experience and searchability of the current platform. The company reported progress towards deploying generative AI technology within its platform, but how this will translate to revenue upside remains to be seen. So still not completely mature in its product line. C3 AI tumbles on underwhelming sales outlook after rallying on AI hype. Company touts 43 contract agreements in the 3-month period. Stock has more than tripled in 2023 on investor interest in AI. Clearly, 43 contracts is significant. So again, we want to stay on top of the assets that are tumbling in price as well, because all great investors buy deals. They don't buy things expensive. Lots to unpack here. We're going to have to be diving into some of these companies, but just keeping you posted on the latest news. This discussion is for informational purposes only. Please consult a certified financial planner when making any decisions about investing. And do your own research before making any decisions. Investments are risky, and you can lose lots of money in them.